How you doing? My name's Tommy and this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue. Listen, you've done this, and you've done this, and of course you've done plenty of this. So now, my friends, it's time to do this. Alright everybody, my name is Tommy and this is the Gallery Backyard Barbecue, and a quick thought on that opening shot. That is the heat assembly, which must be removed on every cleaning, okay? And now look, I'm going to have some general products. I'll leave links to those products down below. Basically a degreaser and a Weber exterior cleaner. Now, I will be taking a look at a product, a mod that supposedly helps the stoppage of lost fuel, right, or briquettes, right, that they fall right through. So we'll take a look at that along with a water pan mod at the end of the video. There you go. And that's a lot of fall through, that's a lot of waste. Now I use the blue bag Kingsford, so your mileage may vary. There you go. And of course you want to work with an empty hopper. So look, the first thing you want to do is get yourself a shop vac, and you want to vacuum out all that dusty fuel. And there's a little track on that door. Make sure you get in there. And look, this is also a good time to inspect your gaskets. And my gaskets look fine. And of course, on my tips and tricks, we save the bags for empties of the ash bin, right? The charcoal bags. And this is a general cleaning. This isn't necessarily a deep cleaning, but more of a general cleaning. Next up, what you want to do is obviously get out your grates, but before you do that, you want to just kind of brush off any particles that are on the grates and just kind of let them fall in the pit. And definitely want to get both sides. There you go. That's good stuff. Alrighty, from there what you'll do is just to get your little warming racks and do the same thing. And basically what we're going to do with the grates and the warming racks, well, especially the warming racks, the grates you don't want to, because they're cast iron, you don't want to let them soak too long, but we're basically just going to do an off-camera warm soapy water cleaning on the warming racks and the grate. Now look, here's the heat assembly. Okay, that's gotta come out on every cleaning, even general cleaning. You saw in the opening why. Okay, but before we do that, get your degreaser. I'm using a Pit Boss degreaser. I'll have links down in the description if you'd like to pick any of this up. All right, so your heat assembly, if you've put it together, just comes right out, no big deal. And if you look inside that heat assembly, you'll know why it's why it must be cleaned, right? If you leave that stuff in there, I mean, come on, that's no good. Am I right? Of course. Okay, from there what we'll do is we'll just get a degreaser down on that, and we'll let that sit. There you go. I find this Pit Boss degreaser works well, and make sure any degreaser you use is okay for an inside of a pit, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to spray that degreaser. You'll leave your water pan catcher in, and also your that tray that catches all the gunk. You'll leave that in also. And basically the degreaser is just going to kind of work and kind of loosen up anything. And get yourself a plastic little 5-in-1 tool or a little spackle knife, right? If you don't have plastic and you have metal, just be careful. And basically just kind of scrape anything off that comes off. There's a metal one, right? It's all good. It's just a pit. It's just a pit. And basically scrape everything off and just kind of push it down into that little ash catcher, of course. And also get out your little shop vac and see that stuff in there. So look, if you don't take off that heat assembly, you're basically, you know, look, that's a hazard. I mean, that's a, who knows, blow it in your food, you know, whatever. It's got to come out. And that's on any cleaning. Any large particles, you can kind of shop vac up. Get yourself some warm, sudsy, soapy water. And you should have a grill brush, right? Just kind of brush everything, loosen everything up. A little bit more degreaser down, of course. More elbow grease. There you go. That's good stuff. That's easy peasy. It's no big deal. And look, at this point, once you check your button out, right? Sometimes you get gunked up with grease, so show that trusty button a little bit of love. Why not? And from there, get your hose and do a couple light sprays. Just kind of loosen everything up. You still got that oil catcher below that will catch the water. Once that gets filled up, just kind of remove it and empty it, and you'll do it one more time. Now, I know some people said something about spraying over that electric fan. We're not really doing that. If a little bit of water hits it, I don't see a big deal in it. We emptied, we put it back, and we're going to hit it with another dose of water. And that's basically getting all those loose particles that we just loosened up and scraped down, getting them in that bottom tray, of course. And we'll give that a little help. As pits go, and I've owned a lot, and this is actually a, it's actually a pretty easy pit to keep clean. Now, I haven't cleaned this pit since my tips and trick video, which is probably 10 cooks or so. And I'll leave a link up above on that tips and tricks video. So what you want to do here is get the oil water catcher pan out and get that pull-out tray out, and we'll bring that down by the heat assembly. All right, from there I got this exterior grill cleaner from Weber, safe to use. We're going to work on the outside of the grill a little bit, show it some love. And this stuff is okay on that stainless steel. Just kind of loosen anything up. And don't forget your bottoms, right? Get yourself a hose and just kind of spray it off. More exterior cleaner on, and then just start wiping right on. Oh, good. This is showing the outside a little bit of love. There you go. course, I'm trying to use a light setting on that hose. And you can give a little spray inside if you would like. I've got enough room down below, so that's fine. Anything stingy that don't come off, a little fingernail just to kind of get it off, no big deal. All right, now we'll head back down to the catcher tray and the heat assembly, right? We want to, we put some degreaser on that, right? So we'll spray that off first, get some more degreaser on. And then get yourself that spackle knife, the plastic if you got, and just kind of scrape that up. That's looking good. That's good. I mean, this thing has to come off and be clean. I think this is the center point of your grill. And just make sure that gunk is falling out. You're all good on that. Piece is done. Now our little clean out tray. Again, a little degreaser down. Anything stingy, scrape it away. Alright, and look, back up to the pit we go, right? We'll get our tray in, and also our little catcher oil pan in, grease catcher, I guess, whatever. Fuck knows what it's called. And from there, what you want to do is just kind of wipe the pit down. There you go. It's looking good. And from this point on, what we want to do is we want to show a little love to that stainless steel, right? So we got a stainless steel cleaner. So we'll get that sprayed on and we'll get that wiped down. And as that's sitting there, we got another little mod. I'll be getting rid of that temperature gauge that doesn't really tell you too much, and installing this bad boy. I'll have a link down below if you'd like to purchase one. There you go. I like that already. And now there is a screw on the back of that, so you can fine tune that right in by using the boiling water trick. So that's nice. So what you want to do here is just get that stainless steel cleaner off. And you see I got a couple stingy little spots on there that we'll try to get out. And look, you do the best you can do. And remember, when you're cleaning a stainless steel, you always want to try to go with the grain if you can. You don't want to start wiping across the grain because you'll get some scratches. There you go. That's good enough for me. That's a little stingy spot there. That's no big deal. I'm a firm believer you take care of your pit, and your pit will take care of you. And don't forget to do your inner rails, I guess they would be called. They get pretty gunked up, right? You want a nice tight seal, so you want to make sure those are clean. And if you got to do another second coat of a stainless steel cleaner, go to it. And that looks pretty good right there, I'd say, huh? Pretty good. Alrighty, and from here, before we get to put our pit back together, just kind of clean the shelving grooves, I guess you could say, right? Rails, maybe. And also get yourself some fine grit sandpaper and get in there and clean that temperature gauge. Now, you don't have to remove it. You can get that sandpaper in there and just kind of feel around it. You want to get any grease and gunk off it, so it gives you an accurate read, right? So just kind of, well, just kind of work it like that. There you go. That's good stuff. And now what we want to do is take a look at my Firebox mod, and we see a little warping in there. It was the same way maybe 3-4 weeks ago, so I'm very happy with that. And what I want to do here is just get that gunk off that top of that Firebox. And I'm just going to spray a little degreaser there and just kind of scrape it up, no big deal. We always want to get a good seal, right? I know some people put a foil there, and I may do something like that down the road. And also inspect your gaskets, right? And my gaskets are looking pretty good, so I'll just leave them. And also show some love to that there you go, and that looks pretty good. There we go. Alright, what you'll do here is start putting the pit back together, get the heat assembly in, make sure you're connected on those two little screw connections on the end where my hands are, and that's good. And also what you want to do is you want to kind of season it and just kind of spray it down with some vegetable oil. Actually, you're going to spray your, well, you're going to spray the whole inside of your pit down with vegetable oil. There you go. And that gives it a good coat, helps things from not sticking, although we know things eventually will, but I believe that's going to prolong your grill for sure. And from there, what you want to do is get on your cast iron grates. Remember, these were cast iron grates were lightly washed in soapy warm water. And we'll also get some vegetable oil on those grates. And again, my warming racks, soapy warm water, clean those suckers right up. I'm not going to put the top rack in because I got a brisket going in soon, but we'll get some vegetable oil on that also. There you go. I'm doing an all-night brisket cook, a Wagyu brisket. So look for that. Now look, here's another mod I'm real excited about, and we'll have more down the road. That is a water pan that sits right at that heat assembly, kind of slides right in there perfectly. And you fill that up with water on long cooks, and man, I think that's going to be I'm hot on that one. I think this is going to be a great one. And we'll have more on that in the next couple cooks. Then we'll get that filled up with water. It also comes with a nice syringe, which is a nice touch if you got to, well, so you don't have to move the grate every time you fill it up. And here's another mod I want to take a look at. You know, when you get those drops in your ash buckets of waste. So here's another one we're going to take a look at, and you put that on top of the ash bin, and you also drop one down the hopper. And again, you look for a future report on how this mod did. And there it is. All right, look, I'm going to close out of this one. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. It's very important to the channel. And until next time, we will see you soon.